What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more John Taylor solo material, and we're going back to his 1995 album Feelings Are Good and Other Lies, and we're up to a tune, which is near the end, although I think Johnny's Girl said there were two left, and the folder that I'm looking at, there were three left, so as far as I know, there's two more after this, but the tune is Hole in the Mud, which is an interesting phrase, right? Like, mud is not something that you would normally expect to show a hole, in the sense that mud, by its very description or definition, is a sort of liquid material, meaning it's like dirt mixed with water, so that it has what's the right word? Like viscous, yes, but it actually does flow, so it's not entirely viscous. But meaning it fills spaces, which is to say liquids, they don't have any definite shape. So if you put them in any kind of vessel, they take the shape of that vessel. And although mud is a little bit more solid, it is ultimately, for the most part, the consistency of liquid. Therefore, having a hole in mud is like a weird expression, or at least like it's hard for me to conceive of that visually. I suppose there is thicker and more viscous mud, and in that sense you could imagine a hole being carved out either naturally or manually, but yeah, it's an interesting phrase. And perhaps, I've heard of someone being a stick in the mud. I've never heard of someone being a hole in the mud. So if it were a slightly different expression, I might know what to do with it metaphorically or figuratively. But yeah, that's not a phrase that I've heard, although it may very well be one, just not one that I'm familiar with. So yeah, it's hard for me to get a read on the title, but let's find out. This is John Taylor, Hole in the Mud, which is a tune from his 1995 album Feelings Are Good and Other Lies.
Beside your window pane, you blow me out. You don't give a damn about good. What do you do?
sneezing on the way out the door. Yeah, it's a really cool tune. I enjoyed especially the sort of like the powerful, I think they were the choruses, or at least like the bridge to the chorus. But yeah, really cool sonically. Lyrically, I didn't catch everything, but I did hear multiple different versions of feeling like he's flying over the beach, over the trees, over different spaces, and feeling so good that one thing or another, had like no one asked me my age or my name. So there's some interesting like layers thematically. I just wasn't able to piece everything together, but yeah, I enjoyed that one a great deal. That was, I'd say that's in among my handful of favorites on the album so far. Again, as far as I know, there are 2 tunes left in the folder that I have access to for this album, so a couple more to go. Let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.